Mm-hmm.
Good evening and welcome to the all-new, I think we're calling it the Steve Red Power Hour, because we're not calling it the other thing because technically it's not that. In a way it is, but in many ways it's not. I'm Steve. I'm no longer dead, and this little performance tonight is going to explain and show you how I went from dead to now alive. And of course, joining me as always is the one and only architect of the Soul Touches and the ARC. It's C Red. How you doing, Red?
You ain't dead.
No, I'm not dead, but we're going to explain that. How did you enjoy your show last week with Grand Blanco? I thought he was fantastic.
You lucky. You just told me I can't cuss. Otherwise, I would tell you something about Bland, whatever, Blanca, Pluca. I thought last night on Raw, he actually appeared. So I'm you need to stop. Just
Well, you're glad I'm back then, because now you don't have to have him as your co-host.
if I got to choose,
Choose carefully.
I would take Turtle.
What? Well, anyway, so we'll talk about more in a while. So tonight, what we're doing here is the show, The Last Man Talking, came to an end a few weeks ago, and we had our season finale. And in that season finale, I was killed. That was the cliffhanger. So we had to come up with a way to bring me back so I could help C Red with season 2. Well, COVID is in its second surge, and that has made the boundaries between Chicago and Indiana a little rough to navigate these days, as quarantine is somewhat back in effect, and passing through is not condoned nor advisable. So the LRP network has been shut down indefinitely, thus delaying indefinitely the approval and the arrival of season 2 of Last Man Talking.
Is anyone else seeing double?
Are you seeing double?
Yeah.
I feel like it, right?
We'll get to that.
Like and then they're right under each other that makes it so worse. Like,
I know it's weird, man.
Try to picture a funhouse. You get the real version, and then you get the actual, like, cool versions. Like, that's the sexy, cool version of me, and then I'm just me. So
in other words, we get the bland, non-flavored, doesn't anybody want it at the wedding reception version. And then we get the cool, all the ladies love him, all the guys want to be him. Yeah, I think we'll Pete, I'll take bottom Steve for 100.
Circle gets the square.
So that obviously has never happened to me before, what he just said. So that, of course, makes perfect sense. So we're doing I wrote a script, a 9-page script for a promotional video we were going to shoot.
You can write?
And we are not shooting it. It is.
Oh, he typed it. That's why.
Well,
Spell check. Okay.
It was initially written, but then I typed it so people could read it because my writing is not great.
It was on the back of tire order forms.
So we decided, since I thought it could be fun and give the fans something on October 20th, like I was promising season 2. That's not happening. And unlike so many people in this business, I like to deliver on my promises.
Hey,
yes.
I know this is not talked about, but can we all just a quick second, a moment of silence. Our special guest tonight was supposed to be Road Warrior Animal. And again, he left us. So just a quick moment of silence. All right.
Yes,
go ahead, Steve.
that is very true. We were supposed to be at the Hammond Studios with Road Warrior right now, but unfortunately life happens sometimes. So in order to make the best of a bad situation, I have assembled a crack staff of amazing personalities who are going to be amazing actors tonight. And we're going to do a table read. Now, you've seen this on Facebook. You've seen this on TV. TV shows getting back together, movie casts coming back together to table read the scripts of what made them famous in the first place. So I thought it might be fun to take the script and to do a table read, casting people in different roles. So tonight, for example, I am not playing myself. I am merely the narrator. So I'm going to provide some stage directions and some not so special effects and some very difficult to hear music. But other than that, I'm not going to have much to do. I'll say a few things here and there, and that's it. Portraying me for the sake of the art of this segment will be the one and only TJ Steele.
Now who's the last man talking?
That's right. That's perfect. I'm screenshotting that.
Let's make sure we record this one.
Well, I'd like to think I have that situation on lock, at least through this computer. So assuming it saves properly and I can get it loaded properly, we should be in business. But there are no guarantees with me because I'm technologically illiterate. TJ Steele.
And illiterate.
I had you in mind for a slightly different role, but you vehemently said, I want to play you.
Vehemently.
Can you tell me why you would want to play me? Because that is not a role that anybody has sought after in the history of my lifetime.
Can you tell me why?
See, Red, I mean, look at the man. I mean, he would have to cut his hair. He would have to get, he would have to be darker than Boz. And I mean, I haven't looked like that since I left the military. So it was me or you. Pick one.
Well, first things first, I'm not much of playing for blackface. I think that that's quite frowned upon in our society at this point. It's never been my thing. But I figured I'm around Steve Arendt in GPW. I was around Steve Arendt in CSW. And we're good buddies. And I think you're very funny. And somebody that I think I have a good beat on, I feel like I can play a good parody role of them. And I jump at the chance.
You've been drinking, ain't you?
You look great. You look great. You really dressed the role right down to the bad tie and the awkward
Limbaugh tie
and the very, very nervous
trade a bum for it.
Motor skills, which is great. So TJ Steele will be playing me for the sake of argument. Down in the cast, we are having some players from the LRP network that some of these good folks are playing. For example, Don Clark, who for tonight was to play Doc Brown from Back to the Future. We are bringing in a friend, a confidant of Don Clark from the Illinois Media School days, and the man that got me involved in wrestling and taught me a great many things at that fine school. And he's one of the things about that school I don't regret. Let's bring in the Dr. Pete Ferrari. Pete, thanks for joining us. And thanks for wearing that shirt and hat, by the way.
When the better looking Steve decided to dress up, I ran to the closet and grabbed what I could because I also wanted to remind everybody we are recording this on Zoom. So to, be thoughtful based on the, news in the day about what happens on Zoom calls. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be Don Clark, one of my confidants of life. I don't have old scotch, but I'll drink whatever I got.
Pete,
I like him.
We appreciate you coming. And like I said, when I decided to do this and have different people play different people, you were the first choice for Don Clark. So I'm very happy you're able to do it because Don Clark is one of the great things about the LRP network that I truly, really appreciate and like.
Look, Steve walked out in the middle of a show again.
What now?
Steve walked out in the middle of the show again.
Yeah,
Steve had to take a break to do that.
It's like 9 o'clock on Thursdays.
Now that was only one time, and that's because I had lost complete control, and I apologize for that, Ghost. So let's move on to the Ghost since he's got a lot to say. Macho Ghost is back, and that's why this is a non-LRP affiliated show because he was very clear that he was not returning to LRP. And I did not want to put him in a position to compromise his morals because he's one of the few people I know that has them. So I decided to make this the Steve Red show as opposed to the show on the network. So the Macho Ghost could come in and have some fun, and I enjoy working with him as much as anybody I've ever worked with in life. Macho Ghost is going to be playing the producer that
Steve, don't drink on the air.
It's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, we drank on the air when Max Holiday was our guest, Ghost.
Yeah, that went swimmingly.
He's right. Didn't go great.
It's funny. The more Steve drinks, the better looking he gets.
That's probably true. That is probably accurate. So the Ghost is going to play a amalgamation of all the producers we've worked with, and we've had many. Bianca, Armand, Devin. I'm sorry, not Devin. Denzel and Sylvia, amongst others. Ari. There are many people that have produced the show since February. So Macho Ghost is an amalgamation of all of them for comedic for comedic purposes. Ghost, thank you for coming back and being a part of it. How you feeling about being in this group of people? It's an entertaining bunch.
It's a great group of people. Yeah, old school there. Pete Ferrari, whatever his name is. I like him. There's nice fedora happening. I've already talked about the handsome swab and debonair, TJ Steve Steele, Errant. Incidentally, it's pronounced Errant for anyone who's listening. It's not that hard. There's Turtle there. Turtle, thanks for dressing up. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got C-Red there. Yeah, who took over my position on the show on that lousy lettered network there and never even called me to say thank you. That's what I think about C-Red.
Okay, well, let's since we set the table for C-Red. C-Red is obviously
Ghost.
co-host of the LRP show. Tonight, he is playing the most important role of all. He is playing our boss, Antoine Clements, a man C-Red knows well, a man we both know well. So C-Red, how do you feel about getting the role of a lifetime as the boss?
I'm firing everybody.
Sounds right.
I've got Vince McMahon complex. Fire everybody. I'll do everything by myself. Just fire everybody.
Well,
now, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I say let's just get to it. Let the fans decide. Let the voices of the people decide. Let the masses be entertained by what we have in store for them. Really, I ain't got that much, but
yeah, it's
almost longer than the whole shit.
I can smoke this $50 cigar and keep going.
Slim pickings tonight for sure. And speaking of slim pickings, the man that is playing C-Red is a man that's
slim.
It's a man that has known C-Red for a long time. And we welcome back our good friend, the Turtle. Mike, how are you, Turtle?
I'm great. How you guys?
Hi, Turtle. This is like a fantasy come true for you, Turtles. 2 Steves, and you can be the lunch meat in the middle.
It's inappropriate.
Once again,
you get Turtle tonight. You get to be what you've always wanted to be. You get to be me. Now, the problem is you can't smoke $50 cigars, if not higher, because I'm not pulling them out. What's this? You couldn't have shaved for the night? I'm just saying. You tried the goatee, but mine is salt and pepper. I'm distinguished.
Well, I'm not that old yet, so.
Hey, I'd rather be old than ugly.
Oh, boy.
I went after Red. Now Red's going after Turtle.
So.
He's been ducking me for years.
I'd rather be Steve Arnett than Steve Arnett.
Well, Steve Arnett, that's something of an enigma wrapped up in a mystery.
Batman jokes,
and
really?
We're going to get going.
So, I can't see inside anybody else's boxes.
Keep looking. You'll find it.
Don't look inside my box.
One more little ground rule before we get going here. And this is not to any of the cast. This is to the fans at home and everybody that will view this particular presentation. 2020, people. There's humor. Humor is still around. It might be in short supply, but we're trying to be funny. We had some bad luck. We're trying to make the best of a bad situation. So we're having a goof on the fact that we can't do the show the regular way. I don't expect anybody to get hurt feelings. I don't expect anybody to come after us with lawsuits because that's sometimes how it goes.
Hey, look, it's Mr. Sacco.
It's arts and craft days.
Well, that was interesting. So I ask everybody that watches to please take this the way it is intended. A script that I wrote is being presented to you in the only way that it can be to set up a show that couldn't happen tonight so we could still bring you some entertainment during a very tough period of time. So if you don't like it, that's okay. A lot of people aren't going to like it. A lot of people think it's stupid. But, you know,
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, well, right. See, and you're in it. So if you don't like it, just move on. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to spew hatred. Yes, I know we have white men playing black men and thin men playing fat men and ghosts playing producers and Doc Brown playing Pete Ferrari playing Don Clark. So we got a lot of things going on here, but it's all in good fun. Nobody's trying to get mad. Nobody's trying to get butthurt either. So enjoy the show, enjoy the table read, and we now present to you the Last Man Talking Season 2 promo, which I affectionately refer to as Flux Off, Steve, homage to Back to the Future.
Welcome to Passive Aggressive Theater.
What the?
So in the original inception of the video, the graphics of the network and the graphics of Last Man Talking were supposed to come up, and then we would cue the music.
Was that music, or did someone step on a cat?
That was not a cat. That was some Back to the Future music by Alan Silvestri. Opening. LRP logo, LMT logo with Back to the Future orchestral music. We're moving right along. Scene 1. The interior of Don Clark's office at the LRP network. And scene.
Don, did you see that episode of LMT with Gran Blanco Presidente as C-Red's co-host?
Indeed, I did. This cannot continue.
Exactly. It was a dumpster fire.
No, what I meant is we need to give Blanco his own show. He was magnificent.
What?
But you are right. We do need a plan for LMT Season 2. And I have a radical idea.
More radical than giving that jumbo shrimp his own show?
Yes, indeed. With all the money we saved on the LMT production budget in 2020, I was able to build a time machine out of a Ford Mustang. I say we use it. It's red. We got to go back to the future past. We got to keep Steve from, hosting the season finale because nobody likes him anyway, and thus literally bringing him back to life. It's so crazy. It just might.
Time machine? Who are you?
Don Clark.
Brown?
Where's the scotch? No, I'm Don Clark. Okay, I'm Don Clark, and tonight I'm going back to save the Steve, thus saving season 2, 3 of LMT right back here on the LRP network. It's simply entertainment, Scott.
And scene. Wow.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, that was fantastic.
I'd like to thank all the people that helped me get this Oscar.
Macho Ghost, what did you think of scene 1? The tension between Antoine and Don was amazing.
Yeah, it was tension. I really sensed Antoine's confusion as usual, but still pretending that he knows what's going on. And then Don Clark trying his best. Looks like Doc Brown. You can understand why people get them confused. And then also, yes, saving all this money to build a time machine. This is a good idea. To how to use company funds. Yes.
All right, that's
If I were Don Clark, I'd go back in time to when I signed my contract for the company.
all right. We are moving in to scene 2.
You mean moving along?
We are moving along and into scene 2. Scene 2, exterior LRP parking lot, September 8th, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Steve walking toward LRP Towers just prior to the season finale. A Mustang pulls along. Hang on. A Mustang pulls along. I got to get my sound effects and my lights together.
Steve, look out! Breach! Wait, we didn't see that very well.
Oh, you want to do it again? All right, hang on. It's coming.
No, not the lights, just the car.
It's a Mustang.
Zoom out a little bit. There you go. That's a nice looking Mustang. I like the horse symbol on the side.
I'm waiting for my cue.
We are all about budget. A Mustang pulls alongside fast. Add flash of light in editing. Well, we don't have editing, so we're doing it on the fly, and the flash isn't there. Steve reacts to the force of the occurrence. Out steps Doc Clark, and he looks at Steve.
Steve, you're alive. That means it works. My time machine really, Scotch, worked. Overjoyed.
Whoa. You telling me that you built a time machine out of a Ford Mustang? That's heavy, Doc.
That's right, Steve, Scotch. And I'm here tonight to stop you from making a horrible mistake, Scotch.
Should have gone to February.
Is Scotch an order of stage direction?
What happens to me in the future, Doc? Do I become an a-hole GM or something?
What do you mean you become an a-hole? Never mind. You're killed tonight. On the finale, you need to come with me right now so we can stop the Scotch and save the LRP network. You have to go upstairs, delete the finale from the hard drive, not the soft drive. I'll distract C-Red down here and send him home. If you delete the files and I can detain C-Red, the show will evaporate, Scotch, and order will be restored, and you will live to see season 2.
You got all that?
Oh, that is breaking the fourth wall.
I think I just soiled my Calvin Klein's. Are you telling me my dead body's just laying prone up there?
Yes, your corpse is. And we can let C-Red see you, or he'll have a nervous breakdown and his head, Scotch, will implode.
I don't really see a downside to that, but okay. I'll head up there and I'll delete all the files. I'll try and keep C-Red from seeing me. You know, we don't need any alternate Infinity War timelines out there. There's already enough of me.
You got all that?
And scene. Wow, this is even more poorly written than I thought. This is fantastic. Okay, Turtle, what did you think of scene 2? How about excitement? How about action? The special effects, the tension, the breaking of the fourth wall. I mean, it's better than Deadpool.
I mean, we got special effects. We actually got a script. And for season 2, or scene 2, see, I'm already screwing up here, man.
Well,
I can't.
Playing C-Red, so that's obvious.
I mean, we got excitement. Nothing's breaking down yet.
You're fired.
Again?
All right. We are moving right along
Please.
to scene 3. And here we go. Scene 3. In the studio, moments after death, the body is covered, awaiting the paramedics to take it away. C-Red stands over the body, still laughing, when Don Clark enters.
Come down to my office. I want to talk to you.
Excuse me for 1 second. Oh, man. Oh, woo. All right, sorry. That was amazing. So, I presume, man, you're here to extend my contract and give me full creative control of the show?
Exactly. Just what I wanted to see, how you were enjoying life at the LRPCTW network, obviously trying to stall and distract him.
No, that's me. Don Clark is trying to stall and distract him as Steve clumsily tries to sneak by.
Stage directions. Don't say the stage directions.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Right.
That's the stage left.
Can I say my line now?
Go ahead.
What? That man was just killed, and you want to know how I'm enjoying it? Well, man, I'll tell you. I love it. Woo!
See Red whips around in delight and catches a glimpse of Steve turning the corner.
Man, I saw him.
What?
I saw him. His ghost is walking around. We need to call an exorcist or something. I mean, I'm not working with a ghost. We tried working with ghosts before and it didn't work.
What?
I didn't see anything. You must be hallucinating. You've had a rough Scotch night.
Sitting down, clearly freaked out.
You know, man, you're right. I just need to calm down.
It's in the script. I'll get you some scotch. It'll calm you down. I keep a stash of it in the other room. It's the good stuff, Templeton Rye. I'll be right back.
Don exits abruptly and ends scene. Turtle, bravo, bravo.
Oh, that was tough.
Dude,
Oh,
I do not say man that much.
yeah, you do. You do, man.
I like the fact that TJ has gone all ghostly and turned off every light in his house. That is fun. All right, C Red, what did you think of scene 3? That was pretty funny, and it was, your character reacted exactly the way you would have acted. I mean, I thought that was well. The other scenes might not have been so well written, but boy, that was spot on, I thought.
First of all, I would not laugh at your dead body.
You laughed at it. We saw it. Well, I mean, we saw it then.
Well,
Can't
I
see it
wouldn't
now.
have been standing over it. I might have called your wife to find out if she needed, some consoling. But
That's the
You
nicest
sure?
thing that ever happened to me.
But make sure the widow was okay.
You're a good man, C-Red. I appreciate that.
I know.
I can't see TJ. Is he still a ghost? Is he still there? Because he's
I'm
dead. He hasn't came out yet.
He's how the women prefer to look at you.
all right. So we are moving. That's very good. We are moving right in to scene 4, studio area. Steve sneaks into the room and goes to the computer looking to delete the files. And suddenly, a producer walks in.
Yeah, walking around the studio because I'm the producer. Yeah, walking around wondering where Martez and Swink is. This is kind of confusing to me. Wait a minute. It's pitch black over there. Steve, is that you? But Steve, I thought you were dead. Everybody's rejoicing in the streets. Your body's right over there under a tarp. Yeah, it's like a corpse. Let's see, are we shooting the Halloween episode or something? Those are spooky lights and eyes. What's going on? I thought we didn't have any special effects.
Clearly lying.
I was telling the truth.
I'm no ghost of Christmas past. I'm here to save and warn the LRP network from themselves.
What?
They must be made to see the path of the light instead of the dark.
Man. I was waiting for Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
Ooh, man, that was really creepy. Man, now I know what it's like when everyone talks to me. I hope I don't look that creepy. Wait a minute. Yeah, right. Hold on a second, Steve. You're not dead. I saw you holding a flashlight. I could tell when there's some kind of Back to the Future ripoff. Besides Back to the Future 2, already ripped off Back to the Future. And this is more like Star Wars anyway, with the light side and the dark side. And then you had the flashlight on your face. This is like a Brady Bunch episode. So what's going on, Steve? With all the money that they saved from paying you, they must have built one heck of a time machine or something. How would I know that? Did anyone tell me that? You traveled back in time? I don't think anyone told me that. You know
Well,
what?
Marsha, I don't know anything about a time machine, gosh darn it.
What?
So fine, I don't want to be dead. I'd like to stay alive and host season 2. All I need to do is delete the show file, and then I can, go back to the future with Doc. That's not weird or anything.
That's not weird or anything at all. Now, you know.
Wait. Looks at the camera, breaking the fourth wall.
Am I supposed to do that?
Yes.
Okay, I've been looking at the camera the whole time. What else am I supposed to do? Look at the size of this room we're in. Anyway, doesn't want to say, this is right here. I hope this is one heck of a time machine. I hope it's like that Doctor Who style, not that H.G. Wells kind of thing. You know, actually, you could have saved all that money. Did you ever see Somewhere in Time? You could have traveled back in time for free if you just took a nap. Anyway, Steve, you know how things go around here. This is the network that I'm not going to name the name of. That way I could say anything about them and they won't sue me. This network, we don't save the shows. We pretend that we record them and then we never actually put them onto a flash drive. They have them broadcast later. So there is no show, Steve. The show's gone. Technically, you did not die on the show because if it doesn't happen on TV, it doesn't happen. There is no file. Those are the end of my lines. I really only had 5.
Never,
Smirks
never
at the
happened.
camera.
Never was recorded.
No.
Well, I guess this is a good thing. It wasn't a heartfelt, heart-wrenching, life-changing episode full of spiritual growth and a large saga. Overcoming hardships and bringing people together. Nothing important there. Well,
It's a good thing it wasn't an
my work is
episode.
done here.
It's a good thing it wasn't an episode where someone revealed like their deep inner secrets to try to help other people. It's a good thing like that. And it's a good thing it wasn't like another interview with a well-known famous local wrestler that never made it on the air either.
Nothing like that.
Sylvia.
Smirks at the camera.
And scene.
No, we're still going. We're still going.
It's not my line.
Yeah, it is.
line's
Your
gone.
line.
It is.
No, it's not.
Don't blame Steve. He's got to work with me.
Ad-lib, God, come on.
The line is, ain't that about an explicative? Okay, good.
I switched it out.
Oh, you switched it out. Okay, well then,
Marty
scene!
You told him not to swear.
Scene!
Yeah, you just said no swearing, man. There clearly is a swear word right there.
I know. That was
Going against your own
5-year-old here,
rules.
man.
That's right. That was before I had to respect the Jackson. So, all right, scene 4 got us booted off. So that's okay. We'll accept the punishment. And we did have the disclaimer at the beginning. This is all in good fun. Peter Ferrari, you're an innocent in this situation.
Sure.
What were your extrapolations of that very tense scene between Steve and the producer? I mean, we worked at the IMS and had many a technical difficulty at many a show, you and I together. I have watched Joe Zalewski's head explode. I have watched Timmy Helms' head explode. And I've watched you explode on a phone.
You have watched me explode on the phone. I think one of the worst we had 2 bad ones. One was at that church when they slammed the door on the wires, and that cost us a few $100. And Tom, whatever his name is, was like, "Calm down, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna get fired." And then the other one was we were backstage in Joliet, and your monitor went out, so you had to pretend to call the action from behind a curtain, and you had no clue what was happening. This was worse.
That's good. Okay. So there are technical difficulties. We acknowledge that, but now we're moving right along. We're trudging through to scene number 5.
Can I leave now?
What now?
Can I leave now?
No, you're staying the whole time. I need your reaction when we're done. Or react to what you see. Scene 5.
Producers can't leave.
The hallway, Steve and Doc meet in the middle, both acknowledging that their work was done. They smile, shake hands, and walk toward the elevator when all of a sudden...
Wait a damn minute, man. What the hell is going on here? Steve, how are you alive? Don, where is my damn scotch? The Kang would have got it for me.
Don then zaps him with a device, and C-Red passes out.
Ooh.
I had just about enough of that.
What did you do to him?
Oh, that was worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a blurry picture Steve sent me of the script. I gave him a neural tranquilizer. He'll sleep like a baby for a few hours, and he wakes up scotch. He won't remember a thing.
Did you roofie him? Did you take that guy's wallet? I think you took that guy's wallet.
It's Marvin. It was Marvin. Your cousin Marvin?
Your cousin.
Your cousin Marvin.
Listen to this.
Mayor. I like the sound of that. Come on, we've got our window
now.
We got a window. Get back is closing.
Copyright laws.
Yeah, sorry. Windows.
It's Marty's wife. Jennifer, what are you doing here?
It was Jennifer. She's a saboteur.
Jesus Christ. Don, say your last line so we can end this scene.
I did.
Oh,
We've got to go on our window and get back is closing. Our get back is closing.
Yes, our get back is closing. Scene.
Wait, see, Red didn't run after him with the scotch.
Passed out. The neural tranquilizer or the.
It wasn't real. It was a thermometer. There was a joke.
6.
Macho
You're
Ghost.
ahead. You're ahead
There's
one
Biff
thing.
when you need him.
That scene was frenetic, and we had Jennifer show up. Lots happened in that scene.
She was my density.
Does frenetic mean awful?
Today it does.
I think TJ was cool as a ghost. That was pretty interesting there. See, he brought his own special effects. Turtle, I was so concerned when you fell over backwards. I thought you may actually be knocked unconscious and forget who you were. Thank goodness you were not. I don't know what happened because I could only fit 4 of us on the screen at the same time. So apparently some woman walked in on TJ Ferrari, or what's his name? Mr. Ferrari. Steve Steele. I'm confused. See Turtle. And
Well,
anyway,
at least did the turtle put socks on yet?
No, I wasn't even going to mention that. Don't mention it. It's Steve Red. Steve Red still hasn't asked me for. That still hasn't said thank you for letting him be the new co-host.
Final scene, because baby
hold on. Are you waiting?
Now we're moving in to scene 6, the conclusion.
Well, I thought it was over.
Oh no, there's plenty more. Hang on, I got to get my not so special effects ready.
I think I gave away the ending already.
Can't wait.
I thought there were only 5 scenes. Steve, is that the party ball you used to use when you had disco dances in your basement? What is that? You have to zoom out. It's like you were shining your shoes with a light bulb.
I was shining my shoes with a light bulb. The familiar Mustang pulls up, and Steve pops out, walks around to Don, who rolls the window down.
Thanks for saving my life, Doc. I owe you one. 1985.
No problem. I'm glad it worked. Scotch, it only had one trip in it. Now it's useless.
What?
It was a one-trip experiment. Now it's back to LRP business and real life.
Why didn't we grab a winning lotto ticket or go back in time and bet on the Bruise Brothers when they were in GPW and won the tag team championships quicker than any other tag team in the whole wide world? Except one day when I screwed them over and put my personal vendetta above my GM duties and completely ruined the company. Other than that, we should bet on them. They're the best tag team in the whole world.
They are, but I would have put my money on the Cubbies. Money isn't important, Steve, too. What's important is Scotch and that you'll love and live to host season 2. We all learned important lessons along the way, and we had a great time.
It's the big finale. Break that fourth wall, guys.
I don't know how we're going to say this together. 3, 2, 1. Stay tuned for the season 2 premiere of Last Man Standing.
Stay tuned.
Coming October 20th, only on the LERP Network.
Today.
Entertainment.
Yeah, check your calendars.
Don't need money. Don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride Steve's train. It's
Don
slow
drives
and it's
off.
sudden. It's cruel.
The power of love
sometimes.
music plays
Oh
us
my
out.
God.
Just say
Oh,
Steve Red comes running after him.
Cypher!
Wait a minute.
Power
Wait a
of
minute.
love,
Hey, where's the COVID thermometer?
Whoa,
What's
whoa.
the COVID thermometer?
Wait a minute,
I
wait.
remember everything. Hey,
See
where's
Red.
my scotch? Where's
See
my
Red.
scotch?
What's going on? Steve, look out. Steve, there's a monster right next to you. Steve, look out.
Cypher, you look 100 pounds lighter. Oh, I do.
That's
What
baby
are you
Cypher.
here for?
First time you feel it, it might make you sad.
I think that's true.
Oh my God.
It might make you mad.
It's like deja vu all
Yes.
over again.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Baby Cypher, how could you?
Time travel just takes the pounds off.
That's
I
the
didn't
power
know
of
Cypher.
love.
And finite.
Even in the play, you got to get your suit dry cleaned.
Yes, even in the play, I've got to get my suit dry cleaned. And there you have it. That is the LRP, well, non-LRP version of the commercial that was supposed to promote season 2. Baby Cypher, you were the best part of this show. Thank you.
Thank God.
It's delicious being Steve Aaron.
But you're probably going to have a heart attack in a year and be dead. And then, at least when I die, maybe CSW will have a memoriam where they ring the bell 10 times.
Nah.
Probably not.
Hey, it's Saki. Hey, Sako. Gentlemen, what did we learn tonight? What did we learn, if anything, about what we did here? This dramatic
We learned that we shouldn't have done it.
That might
I
be.
look awful in a
And we
So-
learned that Red does not drink scotch. I drink whiskey or cognac. One of the two, not scotch.
He is
All right.
Groot.
I am going.
Special guest appearance by Groot.
There's Groot. I am Groot.
I ain't great.
Yes,
See?
If that was the only thing you said, you'd be fantastic.
ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each one of these people for pitching in tonight and giving us a little fun and giving us a little bit of a laugh this evening. I know I thought it was hilarious for many different reasons. Very few other people will find this amusing, but it made my night. I want to thank the Turtle for he's got the ARC throwing it up. Way to go, Turtle!
We
Thank
need
you.
to buy him socks for Christmas.
I want to thank Pete Ferrari for being
wait
the
till I
best.
see you, Turtle.
For being the best. Doc Brown being played by Don Clark, being played by Peter Ferrari. I appreciate it, boss. Thank you so much.
My favorite part was I actually didn't read anything you sent me before. I just read it right now.
There you go. I want to thank the Macho Ghost for going against everything he believes in to be here tonight for me as a personal favor. Ghost, we never should have lost you. Not that we don't enjoy C-Red, but you're a man of principles, and I've always appreciated working with you on every show I've ever done.
Now, who are you now?
I've lost track. Want to thank TJ Steele and Young Jack for stealing the show, Little Cypher. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. You were the home run of the whole thing. Without you, that end was flat as a pancake or flat as anything. C-Red, how did we enjoy this? I mean, almost makes you wish there was a season 2, don't you?
You didn't talk to Turtle. Oh, I
Talk
guess
to
he's
Turtle.
non-relevant. Oh.
Talk to
I'll
Turtle.
put you about here.
Turtle, you played a great C-Red. If I didn't talk to you enough. Turtle, thank you for doing this. You kind of filled in at the last moment, as you always do. But even when you're filling in, you make your own niche, and we appreciate you so much. Not only on this show, but on Gorilla Position, Thursday nights, Blog Talk Radio with Macho Ghost and Martez, and now Nick Swinky. Thank you, Turtle. Thank you so much.
It was fun. I'm glad to be Mr. 1% of social media or whatever media stuff. It was fun. I got in touch with my inner C-Red. I had to work on it a little bit more, but I'm going to get it down.
I almost said something completely inappropriate. Thank God I caught myself. I didn't want to be.
Hey, we're still recording. Stop it.
The only time. The only time.
C-Red.
Yes.
Almost makes you wish there was a season 2, don't you?
Ain't this season 2?
Well, we have a COVID pandemic. We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we just keep doing these crazy, stupid videos. I mean,
We will. This show will come back on November 3rd, where C-Red and I will welcome the ARC, Renee Van Peebles and Miles Mercer, as they get ready for the big show on November 14th. I want to thank all these guys for coming in tonight. It was such a joy to work with them. It's always a joy to work with them.
Hold on. We not having Marche Rocket back?
Huh?
We're not having Marche Rocket
Is
back?
Marche part of the ARC?
Just saying, we keep having him on like every other week. I'm just.
Well, I've got a bit of a crush on Marche Rocket. Don't tell anyone. Anyway.
You guys should have
But
production meetings off the air.
Hey, seriously, did he win the strap? I don't know what happened at the main event. Did he?
We'll talk later.
We'll talk. Oh, okay.
And TJ Steele.
TJ Steele won the strap.
TJ Steele was awesome at Fright Night, and I hope your nose is feeling better, sir.
I feel okay.
You didn't, Steve.
Macho Ghost, why don't you take us out?
All right, yeah, here we are. What was it? The power of Red and Steve's connection. Yeah, everybody's here. The Turtle, 1% of the Gorilla Position. He's our Brock Lesnar because he shows up whenever he wants to. TJ Steele, a remarkable job capturing the aura of Steve, and I knew he couldn't go an hour without showing his muscles, and he did it right there. And Jack Little Cypher, man, oh man, that's a weird look. You look exactly like Turtle does when he was little. And Steve Ferrari, I felt like he was actually traveling through time. Maybe his outfit was so old. That was a lame joke. And then C-Red, I don't know what to say to you, my man. I don't know what to say. We've got beef.
Where's the beef?
I set him up, and that's all I get.
Basically, that's it.
Thank you, Steve, for writing this brilliant script on the back of a napkin while you're at McDonald's. I hope everybody enjoys it. And let's hope the network that this was supposed to be on does not go out of business. That would be terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show. We will catch you next time. Have a good night and a pleasant. What?
I need to go shave.
We should do like they used to do. Everybody. Hit the button, Steve. We can't do this all night.
Good night, everybody.
It's clearly not entertained.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.